Hello, this is Steve, your YouTube English teacher, and we have another speaking exam to do. Around C1 level, the C1 format. I mean, I say level, it depends on what you are saying, doesn't it? But let's get into our speaking exam because that's why you're here. You're going to get marked on these different criteria. Ideally, you will have a teacher or someone who can help you with this. I don't know, can you record yourself and upload it to AI and tell it to give you a grade according to these criteria and where you need to improve? It's not a bad idea that I just thought of. A teacher will also do the same thing. A teacher will tell you how you're doing in each point and what you need to improve on these kind of questions. For part one, the topic here is identity, image, like personal questions like that. In part one you might have. And you might have questions like, would you mind wearing a suit and tie for work? That's an interesting question, isn't it? What do we think? I think on the one hand, you look good and you feel confident. On the other hand, it's uncomfortable and it's a bit annoying to have to wear it every day and get dressed and then take it off when you get, and so on and so on. Describe your typical haircut. What do you do? Do you go to an expensive barber? Do you do it in the mirror at home? Does a friend do it for you? I was doing this with one of my students and she, like, these are the things you learn in these interesting little classes. She said there's a boy at her school who cuts everyone's hair for like a very cheap price because they're all 15 years old. But he's got a reputation as the hairdresser in their school and he cuts everyone's hair for 3-5 euros or whatever and makes a lot of money doing it and everyone's happy with him. Interesting. And do you have a special item of clothing that's got special memories because of where you bought it or what it means to you and what you've done in it? Those kind of questions. And your answers might be something like this. It's Use of English Part 2, talking about wearing a suit. Complete the gap with a common grammatical word. There's only one option that must fit this sentence. And the answers are, you are willing to or not willing to do something, which means you are like ready and able to do it. And of course, there's nothing better or little better than the new haircut feeling when you leave and they've done it really nice and you can't do it that nice yourself. So you've got one day where it looks very good. Okay, that was your part one, your introduction. Let's move on to part two. The topic is still identity, image, clothes, and we have 3 people wearing very specific clothes. Your task is to compare 2 of the photos and speak for 1 minute and say why they've chosen to wear these clothes and the drawbacks they might have. Please do it. Record yourself, time yourself, make sure you're getting better at answering both questions, giving clear points in this 1 minute frame. But maybe you were saying things like, a judge wears that to remind people. And pause the video and here come the answers. Take a minute to think. You remind someone of something and you aim something or someone at some reason, like it's aimed at doing something. You aim at because that's like the direction of where it's going, the target. And of course, that makes sense, doesn't it? I'm talking about why they're wearing that to maximize their performance. And we talk about 2 of them, we compare them, and we go into detail doing that. Then we move on to part 3. And we're going to talk about music in this part 3. Here are different scenarios where people often listen to music. I'd like you to talk together. So you're doing this in pairs. Hopefully you've got someone to do it with you. So you can have that authentic conversation back and forward, asking questions, reacting to each other. How does music contribute to each of these situations? Talk together for about 2 minutes and then decide which situation is most benefited from having music. In which situation is it most beneficial to listen to music? Something like that. And hopefully you've been saying common ideas about when and where and how and why we listen to music, like these. Pause the video and complete those 2 sentences. Nice bits of grammar I'm giving you. The nice little phrases. Typical grammar questions, but also, impressive things that you could use in your own speaking or writing. So the first one, hopefully you've understood that we need some kind of negative preposition. Like it's not going to be up, it's going to be down. It's not going to be, the other opposites, up, down, the answer. It drowns out distractions. It drowns it out, as in it prevents them, it submerges them so you can't be distracted by other things, and it cheers you up, to cheer someone up, to make them happier. Common phrase that you know for your Cambridge speaking. Let's move on to part 4. Obviously the general topic was music, so we have some music questions. This is a nice one, isn't it? In the restaurant, in the bar, is it difficult to talk? Do you like music in a bar or not? What do we think about listening to music in public, especially teenagers on public transport and so on? And would you rather, a really good would you rather question, this one, you can have a C2 level of Chinese, or you can have a professional level playing the piano ability. Oh, that's a tough one, isn't it? Imagine being basically native in Chinese, or being a professional playing the piano. It's a tough one. On the one hand, on the other hand, I can see the advantages, and so on and so on. As you develop your answers, and maybe you are saying things like this. These are good questions. Here come the answers. You pay attention, of course. That's the only collocation that fits there, to pay attention. And you trust the taste of these people. It's possessive. So relative pronoun for possession is whose. People whose taste I trust. Very nice. That's the end of your exam. I hope that was fun and useful. See you next time.